Focus, focus, and focus. I think every single time a lot of people tell you it all starts with your focus. And today, let us understand how can you have deep focus while studying or while learning something. Because given this busy world, we are living in an age of distractions. You are surrounded by distractions every single minute. In order to overcome this distraction, especially if it comes to your learning or studying, where you got to have a lot of focus and attention, you have to follow certain basic tips and steps, which is what we're going to discuss today. So without any further ado, let's get into the topic. Hey everyone, this is Kapil Reddy, founder and CEO of Zuperly. As I told, the topic we're going to talk about today is how to focus intensely while studying or learning something. And trust me, it's very important, and especially the last step is something which you might be a little surprised. So do watch it till the end and see what exactly that tip is. So the first step is plan. Anything and everything starts with a plan. And break it down. For example, let's say you have your competitive exam, let's say GRE or GMAT or TOEFL or GATE, whatever you call it, coming up in the next 3 months. So just reverse engineer everything. Let's say from now till the 3 months, there are probably 90 days. So have a plan. Let's say in the first 1 month, I'll probably finish all my course material. And in the next 1 month, I'll probably start revising. And the third month is full of practicing previous papers. Something like this, have a plan. And once you have those monthly plans, then break it down into weekly plans. Once you have those weekly plans, break it down into daily plans. Once your planning is done, yeah, it might be a little tiresome or it might take some extra effort, but it's worth the effort. Because once planning is out of your way, you're not focusing on unnecessary things because you know that you already have a plan which you want to stick to. So you can just focus on your studying and your learning. For that reason, always start by planning your day. And once you're clear about your day, just go and crush it. Second thing is, keep a track of all the things which you have already done. Again, don't use just your brain to always store things. Don't try to remember too many things in your brain which are not related to your learning or studying. For example, let's say there are 10 topics you wanted to cover. Just have a small checklist somewhere and just keep tick marking whenever you're done with that particular topic. Don't just think in thin air that probably you've done this particular topic or you've already studied this topic. Every single time when you checkbox something which you've already read, that will give you an instant happiness. And this is what will actually help you get more motivated. So for that reason, make sure you're sticking to these routines. Third step is always have your study table clean. Let's say you're studying on a table, don't have like 10 different books which you want to study for next month. Today, whatever you want to study, try to have only those material or those books in place. Or maybe at the max you can have which you want to read for the next 1 week. Beyond that, don't just clutter your study table or wherever you're studying with too many things. Because brain processes information, but it shouldn't look overwhelming to the brain. That can only be detrimental. It can only give negative impact. For that reason, just try and stick to those books which are actually needed for you. Other books, what all you have, just put it in the shelf and bring back to the table whenever you're actively learning on it. So this sounds like a simple tip, but it can be super effective. Fourth tip, don't study in bed. So whenever we go to bed, we are usually in a relaxed state. And for that reason, you shouldn't probably study or make it a habit. And yeah, as humans, we have the tendency, like whenever you see a bed, you just tend to just lie down for a few moments. But ideally what's happening is your brain is going from an activated state to a relaxed state. So even if you study something while on bed, you might think this is actually quite effective, but unfortunately, it's not as effective as it is when you sit in a chair or you have like a desk and a table. So for that reason, always make sure you have a proper environment where you're studying. By environment, again, it's not like you have to shell out a lot of money or anything. Whatever it is, don't get into a relaxed state. Have an active state. That can only happen if you sit somewhere and actually start reading it. The fifth tip is put all your digital devices in a separate room. This is very, very important because now we're all used to a lot of digital devices, especially phone is your biggest distractor. And unfortunately, this smaller distractions will add up to your bigger distraction. Let's say you get a notification. You have a tendency to go and check who probably messaged you on WhatsApp or who probably sent you a message. We get all these annoying calls from lots of different places. For that reason, whenever you want to have focused study, always be away from digital devices. Even in laptops now you are getting this focus modes, or try to have some extensions which will divide you from all the distractions. So now you have complete focus just on your studying. In fact, there is one tremendous feature in Zuperly which I personally like, which is called a full screen mode. So once a full screen mode is activated, you can only see the learning space. So you're in that complete focus zone where you can only start focusing just on the learning space. Try it out if you haven't already done it, and you'll 100% love it. Now the sixth tip, as I told, will be quite surprising for a lot of you, but set an end time by when you'll actually stop studying. So the goal here is for you to study smart but not hard. So because you have a fixed time, so you'll be more inclined towards these things and you'll be less from distractions. You can just focus, like for example, you have 2 hours set for your study for today. So you can just think that these 2 hours are for my upskilling and I do not want to get distracted. So in that way, you can actually plan your time and have that end time. Of course, there might be some, let's say for example, you've set a 2-hour session, but it's just extending for another 10-20 minutes, completely fine. But as long as you have a session, and since you already have a plan, it's highly recommended that you have an end time by when you want to stop studying. Then you feel that you have a lot more time for several other things which you are probably planning. Again, goes without saying that Zuperly makes it very simple for you to set up a schedule where it's completely flexible to your personal requirements, and you can just start following that schedule to actually learn more effectively. So that's it. I think these 6 steps, very basic but very simple yet very effective. Try following the 6 steps to understand how can you focus intensely whenever you're learning or studying. And goes without saying that Zuperly is all about your learning and productivity. By productivity, we mean we want you to succeed in whatever you're trying to learn, because learning can open up opportunities like never before. Be it a job you want, or an exam you want to crack, or an interview you want to crack, whatever it can be. Everything is possible by learning, and we need to give some attention to learning, without which we cannot actually become active learners. And as I told, you shouldn't worry about boring or mundane tasks and just leave it to us. Zuperly will take care of all those tasks. All you got to do is just come here, learn, and be super happy. That's what we believe, and I hope you will try it out and know it for yourself. So that's it. So if you want more such tips or want to understand more such topics which are very effective but are not quite popular, just go to our channel, check out different videos. Before we leave, just do like, subscribe, share and comment, and most importantly, share this video in your student network or whoever you think are actively studying. Here are 2 things you have to do. One is, we have to be lifelong learners. For that reason, if you see somebody learning right now, make them more effective learners by asking them to sign up on Zuperly. Or if you think somebody is not at all learning, get them started with learning. Again, that can also happen with Zuperly, where you can share curated spaces on several different topics. Just go to our website and check under resources, learning spaces or gallery. You can find all curated content on several topics. So try it out today and you won't be disappointed. So that's it for today. I hope this was helpful. Until next time, thank you so much. Have a great weekend and a great week ahead. Bye-bye.